Hey everyone, we're working on a 2018 GMC Sierra with a 5.3 liter. I'm going to teach you really quickly how to diagnose and replace your starter. It's got to be the easiest starter I've ever done, so I thought why not make a video. I should have done it before I started, but too late. Anyways, here we go. So here's your old starter. First of all, right here is your trigger wire, okay? And this is the main power. It always has 12 volt power. Let's go under the vehicle. I'll show you where this is. So this little wire right here is your trigger wire. You have to confirm you have 12 volts here. And this big juicy one right here, which you might not be able to see, is your main power. It's always going to have 12 volts on it. So if you're turning your car over and you can hear your solenoid clicking but nothing's happening, well, it's easy to say you have a trigger wire and everything is there, something is binding and it's not turning over. So either your starter's toast or the motor, something is preventing the motor from turning over. So what I always do is I grab a big socket, put it on the crank pulley, and just try to turn the motor over and make sure you don't have an alternator that's blown up and seized and the serpentine belt is preventing the engine from turning over. Something like that. So first thing to do, just do that and confirm. Next. So if you wanted to be really smart, you can use an altimeter and confirm you had a 12 volt trigger on this wire as you had key on, full on, and of course 12 volt here. But assuming that was good and you turned your motor over, it turned over smooth, you could try to get this in the shop. You're lying on your back outside. You just need to give this a couple good smacks where you can, either with a hammer. I just use an air hammer because it's so much easier. You can just sneak up there and brap. Get somebody to have the key cranking over while you're doing it, and you might get lucky and get it fired up to get it out. So once it's out, before you go to swap this thing in, so here's your underhood fuse panel right here, your power distribution box. So this one on the outside right here, this is your main feed that goes down to the starter. So if you just pop this off right here, you don't need to disconnect the battery and have the entire system lose power, lose your presets or whatever. You don't have to deal with any of that. So I just popped this off and I confirmed down there with a test light or a multimeter that you do indeed lose 12 volt power on this main. Now you don't have to worry about shit blowing up and starting a fire. Also, this is the 2018 GMC Sierra with a 5.3. I'm not sure if that's the exact same wire in every vehicle. I didn't even look at a service manual for this. I just quickly figured it out with a multimeter. So double check when you pull that you do indeed lose 12 volts on this big trigger wire right here. And now with that wire hanging loose, you don't have to worry about hitting the ground and starting some fire. So your starter lives under here. Of course mine's out, so I did start filming before I pulled it. I'll show you how to put it in. Now if you take a reasonable extension, you can come in over the frame rail right here, and you can come straight through, and that's how you're going to get your power cable, which is now not live, so we don't have to worry about anything. And then it's just literally the same extension right here, and you can do two 13 mils, these are 13s, and drop the starter out. The starter wiggles and comes out through this hole. It does fit between here and here, and I'll show you how I put mine back in. There is a red lock tab on this you have to pull back. Mine's a little bit broken, so I had to drop it with the starter and then push it from this side, and then you can peel this up to get it out. I'll show you how to pop this starter in. Oh, and before I do that, I'm gonna take a wire wheel and I'm gonna clean this corrosion off of my power wire. It's not much, but while we're here. By the way, if you pull your starter out and these teeth are all shrapneled, you're gonna have to get eyes on your flex plate up here. My light's not showing it. Okay, you're gonna have to get eyes up here on your flex plate and turn the motor over and inspect to make sure that the teeth are okay on that. In a horrible situation, if these teeth were all shrapneled out and that flex plate was screwed up too, unfortunately you have to pull the transmission and change the flex plate. Let's assume that's not the case. That's not common. I take a drop of blue Loctite. You don't need a lot. Just habit for me. I don't even think this is required for this, but running these in by hand, don't impact shit. Make sure everything threads by hand. These two bolts are torqued to 37 foot-pounds if you're one of those guys that torque shit. And I forgot to mention there's a little shield up here that will come down and bolt right there with a 10 millimeter when you're done. But before that, let's throw our main power back on and our trigger wire, put the red clip back in, make sure it's locked in tight, and then we will go back upstairs and hook that power up. Okay, we're done down here. Don't forget this little shield I took out. Forgot to tell you about that, just to give me some more room. We're gonna go upstairs, hook up the power wire, and fire this thing up. And here we are. GM was nice enough to wrap this bar so you don't short your wrench out when you're working on it. But this is a 13 mil as well. We're just going to tighten this down. This is the last piece of the puzzle. We can jump inside and fire it up once this is tight. There you have it. Well, if you found this video at all helpful, shoot me a thumbs up at least, and good luck with your starter. That's quick, easy, how to.